Welcome to a special celebrity edition of Eggheads, the show where a team of 5 quiz challengers pit their wits against possibly the greatest quiz team in Britain. They are the Eggheads. How are you feeling today?
Very feisty.
I reckon they're looking a little bit worried today. Hoping to create headlines against our quiz Goliaths are the Ron Burgundys. Now, this team of familiar faces from the world of news presenting can often be found asking difficult questions, but they have assured me that they are also very good at answering them. In fact, one of the team is so fond of quizzing that he has returned for another bash at the Eggheads. So let's meet them.
Hello, I'm Charlie Stayt, presenter of BBC Breakfast.
Hello, I'm Babita Sharma, a presenter for BBC World News, and you will have seen me on Supermarket Secrets.
Hello, I'm Martine Croxall. I'm a presenter with the BBC News Channel and host of The Papers.
I'm Sally Magnusson. I'm a presenter on BBC Reporting Scotland. I spent most of my childhood watching my father host Mastermind, and I wish to goodness I had paid more attention.
Hello, I'm Clive Myrie. I'm a BBC News presenter and I am a correspondent.
So, Charlie and team, hello. Great to see you. Lovely to have news people in. I can see you've already slightly intimidated them. So, the desk shook a little bit over here, honestly. And, Charlie, you're coming back for more.
It's been a while. I had to recover for quite a long time. It's been a long time since I was last here.
What happened last time? I honestly can't remember.
Well, I think I've blurred it out. I think I've deliberately got rid of all memory. There was a point when I went head-to-head with Kevin.
Right.
And at the time, I didn't know that was a very bad idea. But it turned out to be.
Well, it's quite a nice screen grab, you know, in the booth with Kevin, because he is probably, he's not here today, the most knowledgeable person in the English-speaking world, I think. It's quite extraordinary. So am I to assume that maybe didn't go quite as planned that round?
It didn't go well. It didn't go
and
well.
anything then you're looking for today, Charlie, to answer, or any strong areas?
No, I would echo the thing you said a moment ago. I would echo the thought, I think probably I speak for all of us here, which is that we are so much more happy asking questions than answering them.
Absolutely.
It's horrible.
So true,
Absolutely.
yeah. Babita, you feel the same about that?
Absolutely. We're feeling pretty nervous, I'd say.
We are well out of our comfort zone.
Really out of our comfort zone. Any tips, Jeremy, for us?
Well, just don't snatch at it. That would be the main thing, because sometimes, occasionally, we've had people just go for the first thing, and sometimes get it wrong. But I don't know. What's your famous tip, Judith? You've got a brilliant one. Always choose the Pacific.
Oh, yes. Islands live in the Pacific. If it's food, it's bound to be cheese. If you don't know about the animal, it's an antelope.
Right, OK. Well, yes. So we've
Thank
learned a
you.
few workarounds here. But that
She could be bluffing.
Well, this lot are very dodgy, it has to be said. They're scary, even in daylight. Good luck, challengers.
Thank you.
Good luck, news people. Every day there is £1,000 worth of cash up for grabs for our challengers' chosen charity. If they fail to defeat the Eggheads, the prize money rolls over to the next show. So, Ron Burgundys, the Eggheads have won the last 2 celebrity games. So the first 2 celeb teams came unstuck. That does mean there's £3,000 if you beat them today. Would you like to try?
Yes.
Brilliant. Said with real determination. The first head-to-head battle is on the subject of music. And you can choose either Judith or Beth, Pat, Steve or Lisa. Who would like music?
Just taking music. Somebody said they wanted... Who did we dump that subject on?
I don't mind giving it. I don't mind.
I think it was you.
Yeah.
Is it going to be me?
I don't mind.
You're being very magnanimous.
Let's try it.
Right.
OK.
Babita, OK. I thought that maybe the planning had come unstuck at an early stage there.
Planning?
You couldn't remember You'd had a conversation. You'd had a conversation, but you couldn't remember it.
OK.
All right, Babita, which Egghead?
Steve.
Yeah?
OK.
OK, Steve.
Yeah.
All right. So, Babita from the Ron Burgundys versus Steve from the Eggheads on music. And to ensure there's no conferring, please go to our famous question room. OK, so, your choice, Babita. We go to music. Would you like to go first or second?
Second.
Steve, your first question is this. The band Black Sabbath is best known for playing what type of music? Black Sabbath, is it jazz, funk or heavy metal?
Yeah, I'm just trying to picture him doing jazz. It's heavy metal, Jeremy.
It is indeed. Name a song.
Black Sabbath, Paranoid.
Paranoid. Babita, your first question. What type of musical instrument is the mandolin? Is the mandolin horn, stringed or keyboard?
Stringed.
Stringed is right. Well done. So far, the news team have not got a question wrong.
Can we stop now?
We can
Early
stop
days,
now.
early
Thank
days.
you. We'll see you tomorrow. OK, Steve, your question. Which of these singers was born first? Frank Sinatra, Tony Bennett, or Michael Bublé?
It's obviously not Michael Bublé. Well, Tony Bennett's still around. I know he's old, but because Frank Sinatra's not, I'm tempted to say Frank Sinatra, so that'll be my answer.
You see how they work? He's just deciding which one of them is not alive anymore. It's the brilliant logic. Frank Sinatra is the right answer. OK, Babita, your second question. I walked across an empty land. I knew the pathway like the back of my hand. Are the opening lyrics to which song? Is this Karma Police by Radiohead, Somewhere Only We Know by Keane, or Common People by Pulp?
I think I know the answer. Please be right. Somewhere Only We Know by Keane.
Somewhere Only We Know by Keane is correct.
Yes!
Yes! My goodness only knows how Karma Police starts, but it's not that. Steve, you got the third question now. Justin Bieber's 2015 UK hit single Love Yourself was co-written with Benny Blanco and which other singer? Ed Sheeran, Emily Sandé, or Paolo Nutini?
Well, I could conceivably go wrong on this because I don't know, but I do know that Ed Sheeran has written some stuff for Justin Bieber, and he tends to write for a lot of people. So on the basis of that, I will say Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran is correct. Well done. Great song. Great songwriter. OK, Babita, a bit of pressure now because you let him go first. Get this right, we go to sudden death. Get it wrong, and you will be in the sin bin. Here's your question. Which composer famously wrote a ballet to be performed by elephants and another about a game of poker? Which composer? Is it Antonin Dvorak, Richard Wagner, or Igor Stravinsky?
I am going to go for a complete guess and go for Igor Stravinsky.
Eggheads?
Well, Stravinsky
We
wrote
thought-
ballets.
Yes.
Not sure the other two did.
No one's completely certain. But you're right, Babita. Well done. It is Igor Stravinsky. Playing well, Newshounds. OK, we go to sudden death. Steve, it gets a bit harder, as you know. I don't give you alternative answers. Your question, sudden death. Which work by George Gershwin is set in Catfish Row in South Carolina?
Porgy and Bess.
Porgy and Bess is right. Babita, Marilyn Monroe and Shoes Upon the Table are songs from which long-running musical? First professionally performed in Liverpool in 1983.
I can name lots of musicals, but they don't seem to fit. And all the ones that are coming to mind are like Phantom of the Opera, Miss Saigon, and none of those, Mary Poppins, and I'm thinking Marilyn Monroe, Shoes on the Table, and it's got to be, oh. What's wrong with me? Why can I not think? Some Like It Hot.
OK, it's not that. Let me just see whether the challengers know. Challengers?
We have an answer here.
Go on, tell me.
I think Liverpool's the key.
Liverpool.
Liverpool
Willie
is
Russell.
key. Willie Russell, go on.
Blood Brothers.
Blood
Blood
Brothers.
Brothers
Oh,
is the answer.
I just went to see that.
Yes!
No!
Retrospectively, Jeremy, come on now.
No, seriously.
I did.
No.
Oh, sorry, Babita. Steve has won through. Steve has knocked you out. Steve will be in the final. Please return to us, both of you, and we'll play the next round. So, the Ron Burgundys have lost the brain from the final round. The Eggheads have not lost any yet, but I know they feel it coming. The next subject is science. Who would like this?
No one wants this.
Come on, there must be a scientist there.
Charlie?
Well, no, the agreement we had, which is, I think, a really bad agreement, but I sort of put forward the idea, any subject that no one else wanted, it was going to come to me.
Okay,
And I think
all right.
science is one of them.
Yeah.
And you are
On that
Science is one of the 10.
Which anyone who knows me will know this is very, very bad. But there you go.
Charlie from the Ron Burgundys versus who?
I'm gonna go for Judith, purely on the basis that she's been kind of giving me a weird look. And I don't know what it's about, but I think we just need to get it sorted out. It's just very...
Well, let's go and sort it
It's
out.
psyching you out, man. Psyching you out.
That's what she does. She
something
pretends
going
to
on.
be a bit absent and then
Yeah,
bang,
yeah, I know.
she's on it. So Charlie from the Ron Burgundys plays the legendary Judith. Can I call you that?
Oh, do,
From the
Jeremy.
Eggheads. OK, please go to the question room now. Charlie, I should ask you about the team name, the Ron Burgundys.
What do you think of the name, Jeremy?
It made me laugh. And even as I said it at the start, I noticed all your team laughed as well. So you were enjoying your own joke.
Well, you see, the thing is, I think the theory was that people, I think the news business, as you probably know, Jeremy, they can take themselves quite seriously sometimes. And so it was our nod to the fact that, you know, it's not that serious.
For those who don't know, Ron Burgundy was this fictional character in a film played by Will Ferrell, and the film was Anchorman, and it's very funny, Charlie.
It's a very funny film. And the wonderful thing about Will Ferrell, of course, was in that performance as Anchorman, masses of confidence, but he was absolutely hopeless, which was the joy of the whole thing, really.
Science, Charlie, do you want to go first or second?
I'll go first.
Here is your first question. Good luck, Charlie. A geologist would typically be an expert in which of these subject areas? Space, fish, or rocks?
I will go for rocks.
A geologist is an expert in rocks. You're right. Judith, by what name are meteors commonly known? Satellites, shooting stars, or black holes?
Meteors. Oh, that's shooting stars, aren't they?
Yes, they are shooting stars. Well done. Back to you, Charlie. In which century was the astronomer Edwin Hubble born? Was he the 15th, the 17th, or the 19th?
OK, so I'm thinking, probably like a lot of people, Hubble telescope. I'm thinking early, but not that early. So I'm going to plump for the 17th.
Let's see, if Kevin was here, he would give us the birth and the death year. Can anyone do that? No. Pat, can you do that?
No, I can only say he's from the 19th century, but I can't give the exact years.
OK, 19th century, Charlie. Bit later than we thought. Judith, your question. The scientist Louis Pasteur is best known for his work in which field? Genetics, microbiology, or electricity?
Pasteurising. I suppose that is microbiology. Germs.
Microbiology
He's
is
good
quite
at
right.
germs, wasn't he?
Yes, germs. Yes, exactly. Microbiology is right. I know you knew that, Charlie.
Well, do you know, I don't know if you're saying that seriously, Jeremy. I think I did know that answer.
No, but I knew you knew it. I just thought you were having that thought of, oh, I wish I'd had that one.
Yeah, I was, actually.
But it's very sporting of you not to say it.
Yeah.
OK. What name is given to the northern boreal forest regions of Eurasia and North America that are thought to occupy about 17% of the land area of the world? And boreal, we're spelling B-O-R-E-A-L, just so you know. Is it taiga, steppe, or tundra?
So, as I look at those three words, Jeremy, the truth is I can only recall ever seeing one of them ever before, which is tundra. And I can't think of any language issues or clues elsewhere. So I'm going to have to go with tundra.
Any eggheads know this?
It's taiga.
Taiga, why is it taiga?
It's just the enormous birch forest conifers that stretch halfway around the world.
OK.
The steppes are treeless and the tundra is sort of grass and ice and snow.
So Pat says the steppes are treeless and the tundra is grass and ice, and it's taiga. Charlie, that's the correct answer. Oh, Judith, that means you're through. There's no way back for Charlie here. So you're in the final round, Judith?
No.
Sorry, team captain, you've been knocked out. Please return, rejoin your teammates. So as it stands, the Ron Burgundys have lost a second brain from the final round, and it's the captain as well. The Eggheads are all still sitting there looking a little bit too confident. Time to take them down a peg or two. The next subject is politics. Oh, now this is going to be a fight now over this one.
It's got your name on it.
OK.
OK, Clive, this is yours. Against whom? And you can have Pat or Beth or Lisa.
I'm feeling Beth. Beth, if that's at all possible.
Yes, sure.
Yep.
Clive from the Ron Burgundys is taking on Beth from the Eggheads on politics. Let's see if the tide turns now. Please go to the question room. Good luck. Up against Beth, again one of our newer Eggheads. And Clive, you can go first or second.
I'm going to go first.
Right, here we go with your first question, Clive. Good luck. What term is used in an election to describe ballot papers that have been filled in incorrectly? Burnt ballots, ripped ballots, or spoiled ballots?
Well, if you're burning ballots, that's
Arson, that's pretty serious. I don't think it's ripped ballots. I'm going to go for spoiled ballots.
Spoiled ballots is quite right. Well done. Beth, your question. Which of these countries has been ruled by a communist government for over 50 years? Is this Greece, Cuba, or Japan?
Communist. I'm hoping that's Cuba.
It is indeed Cuba. OK, Clive. You've been to Cuba, Clive?
I have. Lovely
Since
country.
Castro or during?
No. This was during Castro. This was 1998, 1999.
Here is your question. Which of these countries, Clive, is not a member of the European Union? France, Italy, or Russia?
France is certainly part of the European Union. It's one of the founding members. Italy certainly is a member. So I will pluck for Russia.
Yes, I'm glad you got that right. Although, if we put the UK in there, it might have been a difficult one.
That would have been tough.
Beth, you're second. In which year did Screaming Lord Sutch first stand for Parliament as a candidate for the Monster Raving Loony Party? Was this 1953, 1983, or 2003?
I'm not sure he would have been old enough, possibly for 53. 2003, no, he was around before then. I'll go with that, 1983.
Yeah, absolutely. 1983. 2 each. And back to you, Clive. Get this one right. This may be important. What was the occupation of Theresa May's father? Was he financial consultant, Anglican minister, or chemist?
Now, Theresa May. I'm not feeling Anglican minister. Financial consultant or chemist? I'm going to go for chemist.
I'm going to check with your colleagues, Martine.
Anglican
middle
minister.
It's Anglican minister, Clive.
Oh, the thing I wasn't feeling.
Beth, your question. You can take the round with this. What medical condition prevented Donald Trump from serving in the US Army in the Vietnam War? Bone spurs, asthma, or perforated eardrum?
I thought this was something to do with his feet, and therefore the only thing that could probably heal spurs, so I think it's bone spurs.
You're in the final, Beth. Well done. Bone spurs it is, 3 out of 3. Clive, sorry, they're playing well today.
No
What can I
worries. Well
say?
done, Beth.
I must apologise. Have you even got a question wrong yet, Eggheads?
Oh, that's Kirsty for next one, isn't it?
I don't
Yeah,
know if
there's
you
a
have.
jinx
They're
going
playing.
on.
Oh, sorry. I'm always blamed for jinxing them. But Clive, you've been beaten by our Egghead, I'm afraid, and knocked out. It's looking tricky, but not impossible for our brilliant Ron Burgundys. Rejoin your teams. One more round to play. As it stands, the Ron Burgundys have lost 3 brains from the final round. The Eggheads are still sitting there. They're just sort of having a routine day. As far as they're concerned, you've got to take them down. Surprise them. It's sport now.
Oh, no. This is a disaster.
Don't worry.
2 people who really shouldn't be
Really,
answering sport.
We know nothing about
We
sport.
have to toss a coin for this.
How much less about sport do I know than you? I'm really bad on sport.
Shall I have a go? OK. Yeah, go on.
go.
10 for the team.
Go on.
Listen, so we're going for Lisa or Pat now. Who doesn't watch sport very much?
I think I'm going to pick Lisa, Jeremy.
Martine from the Ron Burgundys versus our own Lisa from the Eggheads. Are you ready for this, Lisa?
That was Martine's first right answer because the gulf between what Pat knows about sport and what I know about sport is this big.
OK.
Might, but then
So
you've still
she
got to
says,
face,
so she
still
says.
got to face
Yeah.
Pat in the final. Please go to the question room. Martine, how did this happen?
I don't know. This is the worst thing that could have happened.
Sport, Martine, do you want to go first or second?
First, please.
Here we go. Good luck. Who officially succeeded Sam Allardyce as England football manager in November 2016? Was it Gareth Southgate, Stuart Pearce, or David Platt?
I know it's not David Platt. I don't think it's Stuart Pearce. It's a kind of a semi-guess. Gareth Southgate.
Yes, you got it right. Well done. Gareth Southgate. Lisa, in tennis, what is called when a serve clips the top of the net but still lands correctly in the court? Lisa, Is it a footfall, let or juice?
That's a let.
That is a let. Back to you, Martine. In which year did Phil the Power Taylor become a world darts champion for the first time by taking the BDO title? 1990, 2000 or 2010?
He's a name that I've been aware of only more recently. Not that I'm a regular darts follower. I'm going to go for 2010.
Lisa, do you know?
I probably would have gone 1990.
Yeah, 1990 is the answer. That far back.
I beg his pardon.
There we go, 1990. That's actually a really interesting question. I would never have gone back that far. Okay, Lisa, to take the lead, your second question. Which of these sportsmen announced his shock retirement from competition in December 2016? Nico Rosberg, Novak Djokovic, or Ronnie O'Sullivan?
I think Novak Djokovic has definitely got unfinished business on the tennis court, and Ronnie's still playing. It was Nico Rosberg after he won the world title.
Nico Rosberg is quite right. Okay, so third question to you, Martine. The world champion boxer Ricky Burns was born in which country? Wales, Northern Ireland, or Scotland? Ricky Burns.
Oh dear. I'm just going to go with his surname, Burns. I'm going to say Scotland.
Scotland. Does your team know?
I think it's Northern Ireland.
You think it's Northern Ireland? Lisa?
I actually don't know.
Ah, okay, well, we go to the Oracle. Pat?
Well, I initially was very bullish on Scotland, but I'm now wondering about Northern Ireland.
Well, I thought I saw Sally shake her head there.
Is it?
It is Scotland.
Oh, is it?
Well, Scotland is right, Martine. Well done. Well
Honestly,
done.
I'm not out of the woods yet, though, am I?
No, not out of the woods, but let's see. If Lisa gets this right, you've been knocked out, but she may not. Lisa, in 2016, the Australian Wayne Bennett became the coach of the England team in which sport? Rugby league, cricket, or rugby union?
Oh, Lisa, you know this. Come on. It's a fact I think I know it that would make me think it was probably rugby league, but I don't pay that much attention to the other two. I think I'll try rugby league.
The answer is rugby league. Well done, Lisa. You've taken the round. Again, they're playing so well, news people. What can I say? I'm very sorry about this. They are playing out of their socks here, these Eggheads. Lisa's in the final. Trouble for the Ron Burgundys. Return to us, please, and we'll see what happens next. So, all very exciting in this celebrity edition, and this is what we've been playing towards. It is final round time. As always, general knowledge. But I'm afraid those of you who lost your head-to-heads are not allowed to take part in this round. So, all from the challengers' side. Charlie, Babita, Martine, and Clive from the Ron Burgundys, would you please now leave the studio? Sally, what can I say?
What can I say?
You're playing to win £3,000, Sally. Lisa, Steve, Pat, Beth and Judith, you're playing for something that money can't buy, which is the Eggheads' precious reputation. As usual, I will ask each team 3 questions in turn. This time they're all general knowledge and you are allowed to confer. So, Sally, the question is your one brain able to take down these 5 in a famous victory? Would you like to go first or second?
Oh, second.
And here is your first question, Eggheads. Here we go, final round. In 2009, a pilot named Chesley Sullenberger made an emergency landing of a passenger plane into which American river? Hudson, Mississippi, or Yukon?
Hudson.
Yes, Hudson.
Hudson.
Everybody happy with that?
Yeah.
He'd just taken off from a New York airport and he had to put the plane down in the Hudson.
Hudson is quite right. Film about it, isn't there?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Sully.
I've flown it too.
You've flown the...
I went on a simulator at Farnborough, and one of the treats was he said, "Do you want to do Sully's flight?" And so I flew the plane and crashed in very dramatic fashion.
Because I hear they tried to fly it again with a simulator when they were doing the investigation, and lots of people couldn't do it.
Yeah, and you can't. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hudson is correct, Eggheads. Here we go, Sally. What do entomophagous creatures eat? Is it fish, insects, or fungi? And entomophagous is E-N-T-O-M-O-P-H-A-G-O-U-S, entomophagous.
Well, I'm thinking that an entomologist would study insects. Is that right? So I'll go for insects.
Insects is the right answer. Superb. How about that? What? Sally Magnusson playing the Eggheads. Here we are. What about this? Eggheads, your question. Which magazine, first published in 1841, was originally subtitled The London Charivari? Is it Punch, Spy, or Wisdom?
That's Punch, isn't it?
All day long.
I think it's Punch.
Yeah, no.
Wisdom's always been cricket.
Yeah, that's Punch, the London Charivari. We think that's Punch.
Punch is the right answer. That's a shame, because I thought there's just a chance they wouldn't know that.
Yeah, and there's a chance I did too.
Oh, you knew that? Oh, Sally, okay. Your question. Who plays the role of Aurora Lane in the 2016 science fiction film Passengers? Is this Amy Adams, Jennifer Lawrence, or Kate Blanchett?
Lane, eh? Oh, I don't know. I don't know the film. I'm going to try for Amy Adams. I have no idea, though.
Shall I check with your colleagues? Colleagues?
We think Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
It is Jennifer Lawrence. I'm really sorry. I was going to say visualize the film poster, because I think she's in, isn't that right, Clive? There's quite a big picture of Jennifer in it. But what can I say, Sally? It's a tough old question, that. Eggheads, you have a chance to take the contest because Sally let you go first. Let's hope here, Sally. Which man has scored more tries for the Wales rugby union team than any other player? Shane Williams, Sam Warburton, or Gareth Thomas?
Well, he certainly was the record holder for some time.
Who's this?
He's just retired, hasn't he, not long back?
Yeah,
Gareth Thomas?
Well, Shane Williams
Williams
was the record holder.
Sure, it's him.
So who could have overtaken him? I don't think it's Gareth Thomas.
He's
It
retired
wrongly.
as well.
Last year, I think he packed up. I'd have said Shane Williams.
Yeah, he absolutely, definitely has held the record.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I
He
think
were when he retired.
Yeah.
So, unless he's been
unless
passing.
Sam Warburton's put
And
on a tremendous burst of
Gareth
speed.
Thomas had finished before
Yeah.
Yeah.
that.
Are we happy with Shane Williams?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
That's Shane Williams.
If it's right, the Eggheads have beaten the Ron Burgundys. Have you got a question wrong in this whole game, Eggheads? In the whole contest?
You know the stats.
Shane Williams is the right answer. We say congratulations, Eggheads, you have won. Well, honestly, it's not often, you correct me if I'm wrong here, Eggs, that they get not a single answer wrong.
I know. I should have gone first. Why did I go second?
Did you know the rugby question there?
I would have gone for Shane Williams.
Would you?
Yeah.
Eggheads, well done, he said through gritted teeth.
I didn't see that.
Commiserations, Ron Burgundys. The Eggheads have done what comes naturally to them. They reign supreme over Quizland. It means that the £3,000 doesn't go to the news team here, so we're going to roll the money over. And at some point, a celebrity team will win it for their charity. Eggheads, congratulations. Playing well today. Rare to have you not slip up on a single question, I must say. Join us next time to see if a new team of challengers have the brains to defeat the Eggheads. There'll be £4,000 to play for. Here they are, the Eggheads. Hoping for victory against our quiz geniuses today, our Gift of the Gab. Now, the majority of this team are former and current Paralympic GB and Team GB athletes who can regularly be found sharing their expertise as sports reporters and presenters. To complete the quintet, they've been joined by a current member of Paralympic GB's archery squad who competed in Rio 2016. Let's meet them.
I'm Iwan Thomas, television presenter, former athlete, in fact still hold the British record over 400 metres for 20 years, which makes me feel very old, and I've no doubt by the time I leave here today, I'll also feel very stupid.
I'm Tania Nadarajah. I competed at the 2016 Paralympic Games as an archer, and I can normally be found sitting in a field somewhere shooting arrows at a target 70 metres away.
Hi, I'm Sean Rose, Winter Paralympian and World Cup downhill gold medal skier. Nowadays I'm a reporter and adventurer, but I think it's going to be all downhill today.
Hi, my name's Martine Wright and I'm TV presenter and reporter. But most of the time you will find me rolling about on the floor as I'm captain of the Great Britain sitting volleyball team.
Hi, my name's Steve Brown. I'm a TV reporter and I was captain at London 2012 for the wheelchair rugby team, hoping the wheels don't fall off today.
So, Ewan and team, hello.
Hello.
Hello. Great to see you all. Ewan, we've of course met before.
Yeah.
We had a little dance floor moment.
A rendezvous.
Yeah, we did.
Mine didn't last as long as yours, though.
Well, you know, I remember the first time we all met in that, we'd meet in a secret room for Strictly, and we were both thinking, oh dear.
I'm feeling the same today.
Because, of course, you've taken part in Celebrity Eggheads before. So is there a subject that you would love to be quizzed on, Ewan?
I'm going to say sport because there's a bit of revenge in the air for me, Judith, over there. I lost before on sport, so if it comes up, I'd love to take that title back from you. You won it fair and square.
We do mention Judith's great historical successes to beat a rocket scientist on science, to beat a politician, which was Edwina, on politics, and then a sportsman on sport.
Yes.
But I think it might be undone
Not
today.
quite a gold medal on.
Good luck, challengers. Every day there is £1,000 worth of cash up for grabs for our challengers' chosen charity. However, if they fail to defeat the Eggheads, that prize money just rolls on to the next show. So, thus far, we have not seen a celebrity team win Gift of the Gab, which means the Eggheads have won the last 3, so there's £4,000 for you to play for today. Would you like to start?
Yes, please.
I thought so. These competitive people we've got here. So the first head-to-head battle is on the subject of film and TV, and you can choose between Judith, Chris, Pat, Steve and Lisa.
Right.
Oh, thank you.
Who wants to take it?
Well, sport may come up, but it may not come up. If I don't take sport, you guys are good at sport.
No, we need you for sport.
I think
if it does
yeah.
turn up.
I'm pretty good at film and TV.
Do I want it? I don't. Yes. Go on then.
Go on, all right.
First in.
Who are you going to pick?
So Martine from Gift of the Gab is going to play. Now, which Egghead?
They're all good, aren't they?
Yeah, you're not going to go. That one's an
Can
easy
I have someone that's not an Egghead?
We're not
Chris.
indecisive,
We'll
are
say
we?
Chris.
Chris.
That's not a bad one, actually, because the last film Chris saw was Blazing Saddles.
It's the last film I remember
That's probably
seeing
gonna
in
come
a
up.
cinema, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So Martine from... Everyone thinks it's a joke when I say that. It's actually true.
It's not far off the truth, no?
Yeah, I know. Martine from Gift of the Gab versus Chris from the Eggheads. To ensure there's no conferring, please take your positions in our legendary question room. So, Martine, we're on film and TV. Would you like to go first or second?
I will go first, Jeremy, if that's okay.
So here we go, Martine, good luck. Who announced in September 2015 that he would be stepping down as presenter of the TV show BBC Breakfast after nearly 15 years? Is this Bill Turnbull, Dan Walker or Ben Shepherd?
Ben Shepherd is on ITV, so he's nothing to do with the BBC News. Dan Walker is one of the presenters and the new presenter, I think, on the BBC News. So I think it might be the lovely Bill Turnbull.
Bill Turnbull. I'm going to check with Ewan, who's been on that show a lot. Ewan?
Yeah, 100% correct.
100% correct. Well done, Martine. First one to you. Chris, your question. The 1992 film White Men Can't Jump centres on which sport? Baseball, basketball or snooker?
That is basketball, Jeremy.
Basketball is the right answer. Well done. Martine. The sound of hoofbeats cross the glade. Good folk, lock up your son and daughter. Beware the deadly flashing blade, unless you want to end up shorter. Were the first lines to the closing theme tune of which comedy series? Martine, was this Blackadder, Red Dwarf, or Monty Python's Flying Circus?
I'm guessing, but I don't think it's Monty Python. Red Dwarf is coming out of me, but I know the theme tune to Blackadder, so. I think Blackadder.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that. Yes, it is, because you horrified your team by saying you've got
really?
Red Dwarf.
Are they all?
They were
Sorry,
thinking,
guys.
oh, hang on, she's going for the wrong one.
Sense of security there.
No, I like the way you just played them like that. OK, it is Blackadder, yeah, because the blade, I guess, the sword, that's the only one with a sword in. You probably like Blackadder, Chris, do you?
Yeah. I mean, the original Blackadder, that's the theme tune from, yeah, where he's a snivelling incompetent, rather than what he became in Blackadder 2, 3 and goes forth.
And Martine was saying she knows the theme tune and it's not that, but this is right at the first series, Chris.
Yeah.
I see.
The sound of hoofbeats through the glade. Good folk, lock up your sons and daughters. Beware the deadly flashing blade, unless you want to end up shorter.
Very good.
Very good, Chris. Here's your question, Chris. In 2016, who replaced Stephen Fry as the host of the long-running TV programme QI? Jimmy Carr, Bill Bailey or Sandy Toxic?
Well, they're all regulars on it, but Stephen Fry was replaced as host by Sandy Toksvig.
Sandy Toksvig is the right answer, Chris. Well done. They are playing rather well at the moment, the Eggheads, just over the last few games, Martine, so obviously I apologise for that.
It's okay.
Just keep plugging away here. The 2015 film Carol, starring Cate Blanchett and Rooney Mara, is based on a novel by which writer? Patricia Highsmith, Annie Proulx, or Barbara Pym?
I haven't seen the film, and I definitely haven't read the book. Annie is jumping out at me for some reason. I'm going to go for Annie Proulx.
Annie Proulx?
Yeah.
Is Annie Proulx the answer, Egghead? No. Who is it, Lisa?
Patricia Highsmith, I think.
Patricia Highsmith is the answer, Martine.
Right. Sorry, team.
Chris has the chance to take the round now. Who plays the role of Walter Sobchak in the Coen brothers film The Big Lebowski? Is it Jeff Bridges, John Goodman, or Steve Buscemi?
Oh, the Big Lebowski. Yeah, he's the overweight chap, isn't he? So it's John Goodman.
I see. If you're right, you've taken the round. The correct answer is John Goodman. Well done, Chris. You got it right. Sorry, Martine. One little slip there and they get in.
Yeah.
So Chris will be in the final. You've been knocked out, but it's early days for our challengers. Return to us and we'll play round 2. So Gift of the Gab have lost one brain from the final round. They lost Martine. The Eggheads have not lost any. So far, underline so and far. The next subject for you is science. Athletes, who wants this?
Gotta be easy.
We discussed it.
Okay, this is in the plan.
Yeah, after discussions, but I'm hoping it goes more science and nature than science and astrology.
So who would you like to take on? I was going to say we're reserving Judith for Ewan, but we don't know that sport's coming up, remember? We don't know.
But just in case sport does come up, Ewan, I think I'll leave Judith there for you. I'll take Steve with me, I think, please.
OK. One of our newer Eggheads. Oh, this is going to be fun. 2 Steves. One from Gift of the Gab and one from the Eggheads. Please take your positions, gentlemen. Steve, wheelchair rugby is your sport.
Yeah, it's a full contact sport where we go around knocking each other out of wheelchairs. Now, don't try that at home, you know, but when you're playing wheelchair rugby, it's fine. And I came quite bad with an injury to the chest where I broke my sternum and some ribs, and I spent quite a lot of time in hospital with that, but fully recovered now.
Great stuff, Steve. Well, you're playing the Egghead Steve on science. Would you like to go first or second?
Jeremy, I'll go first, please.
Here we go. Which of these is a group of muscles located at the back of the human knee? Is it pectoral, deltoid, or hamstring?
Well, from what I understand, deltoids are much further up through your body, and the pectorals are all at the front of your body. Hamstrings run down through the back of your leg, so I'm hoping that I'm right with hamstring.
Hamstring is absolutely the right answer. Well done. First point to you. Egghead Steve, your question. In 1976, Richard Dawkins published his first book, The Selfish what? Mammal, gene, or planet?
That's gene, Jeremy.
The Selfish Gene is quite right. Back to you, challenger Steve. Cobol, Fortran, and Algol are all examples of what? They're all capitalized. C-O-B-O-L, and then F-O-R-T-R-A-N, and then A-L-G-O-L, okay? Computer languages, Asian rodents, or weather systems?
Well, I'm looking at the answers, and I'd be expecting things like HTML to come out if we was talking about computer languages. I don't think they're going to be Asian rodents. I don't think they'd have that many letters in them to have an acronym like that. So I'm hoping that it's going to be weather systems, but my knowledge of weather systems is very, very slight.
Okay, weather systems. Now, we do actually have a computer engineer here on the Eggheads team. Pat, help us here, because you love your IT.
I do. I've never written in Algol, but I've written lots of code in COBOL and Fortran.
Yeah, Pat has written code in COBOL and Fortran. It is computer languages, Steve. There we go. Pat knows his computers. Back to front, he takes them apart, puts them back together, don't you? Motherboards.
It's easier to take apart than put back together, I can assure you.
Okay, Steve, the Egghead, your question to take the lead. Which country granted Albert Einstein citizenship in 1940? UK, USA, or Australia?
Well, since I was working there at the time, I would imagine it's the USA, Jeremy.
Indeed, the USA. All right, Steve, challenger. Now, he's got 2, Steve. You've got 1, so you need to get this one right to stay in. The Hainan gibbon, thought to be the world's rarest ape, is native to which country? So Hainan is H-A-I-N-A-N. China, Japan, or Indonesia?
Okay, if the question was phrased slightly differently and you asked me what was one of the rarest gibbons, I'd have told you it was a Hainan. But where they're from, I don't think that it's Japan. I'm hoping it's not Japan. Gibbons, let's have a look. I think I'm going to go with Indonesia.
China is the answer, Steve. So I know that, and also you'd heard of the Hainan gibbon, which most people haven't, so I'm sorry, that was very, very tight and unlucky there, but it means that the other Steve, the Egghead Steve, is through to the final round. So come back to us, return to your teams, and we'll play round 3. So Gift of the Gab have lost 2 brains now from the final round. The Eggheads have not lost any. I know how competitive you are. I know you'll be wanting revenge. Now is the moment. The subject is music. Music. Who wants this?
I think you were good at music, weren't you?
Actually,
you were
classical.
You're
pianist.
studied classical music.
Okay.
We know who's doing music.
Looks like it's got to be done.
All right. Tanya, against which Egghead? Obviously can't be Steve or Chris.
Pat's good at everything. Pat's good at everything.
We used to
Pat's
be
crib sheet was like that. He's won everything.
Yeah, OK, that's a good point. I'm going to go for Lisa, I think.
Yeah, my crib sheet's a lot shorter, isn't it?
That's right.
OK, Tanya from Gift of the Gab versus Lisa from the Eggheads. To ensure there's no conferring, please take your positions in our question room. So, Tanya, it's archery. And it was archery in 2016 at Rio.
It was indeed, yes.
Fantastic. What's the thrill of archery?
Anyone can do it, no matter what your ability, disability. So it's just a really great and fun sport to be involved with.
Yeah, I did it at school. Not very well. Lisa, have you ever arched?
No, I'm very worried about this, to be honest. I feel like antagonising a woman who is a crack shot with a bow is not really very sensible.
All right, well, arrows on target here, I hope. Music, Tanya, do you want to go first or second?
I think I will go first, please.
OK, here we go, Tanya, with your first question. Good luck. The English rapper known as Professor Green was born in which city? Was he London, Manchester, or Liverpool?
Well, I've heard him speak, and I don't think he's northern, so I'm going to go with London.
You're absolutely right. London it is. Well done. Lisa, Riff and Bernardo are leaders of rival gangs in which popular stage musical? Grease, Starlight Express, or West Side Story?
That's West Side Story.
West Side Story is quite right. Back to you, Tanya. What was the name of the Irish group that found fame in the 1990s, consisting of siblings Sharon, Andrea, Caroline, and Jim? Is it The Cause, Hot House Flowers, or Bewitched?
Now, this name popped into my head when you asked the question and just before I saw the answers, so I'm going to go with my instinct and say The Cause.
Indeed, The Cause. Your colleagues like that. Lisa, over to you. You know that it would be untrue, you know that I would be a liar. Are the opening lyrics to which Doors song? Lisa, is it Riders on the Storm, Light My Fire, or People Are Strange?
You know that it would be untrue, you know that I would be a liar.
Yes.
If I was to say to you either of the other 2 answers, because it's Light My Fire.
Light My Fire is correct, Lisa. OK, so we're 2 each. Now, this can be crucial. Tanya, colleagues have come unstuck here. Let's get this one right. Which of these James Bond theme tunes was a duet? Tomorrow Never Dies, Another Way to Die, or Die Another Day?
So Die Another Day, I think, was Madonna. Tomorrow Never Dies. I'm going to take a guess on this one, and I'm going to say Another Way to Die.
OK. Let's ask the Eggheads here, Eggs.
She's right.
You're right. Another Way to Die is the right answer. OK. Who sang it, Lisa, do you know?
Jack White and Alicia Keys.
Uh-huh. OK. Let's see if you stay in now. Third question to you, Lisa. Which of these jazz musicians is best known for his expertise on the saxophone? Charles Mingus, Thelonious Monk, or Sonny Rollins?
See, we haven't got a question wrong in like 6 head-to-heads. Now it's going to happen. Okay. Oh, this is terrible. I really ought to know this. Bother. So I didn't think Thelonious Monk was an instrumentalist. I don't know anything about Sonny Rollins. I don't know whether that makes him more likely or less likely to be the answer. Let's try Charles Mingus. I don't know.
The answer is Sonny Rollins. You've been knocked out, Lisa. Well done, Tanya.
Yes.
Lisa's right. That's the first question the Eggheads have got wrong, I feel, in quite a number of games, actually. So, Tanya, well done. You're through to the final round. That's good news for our challengers here. Bad news for the Eggheads, but it was coming. Come back to us, and we've got one more round to play. So, as it stands, Gift of the Gab have lost 2 brains from the final round, but they've struck back as we were anticipating, and they've taken out an Egghead. So this could be a really important round, and it is sport. I think we know what's going to happen here.
I best take it.
OK, I think maybe there's a little bit of score settling here that needs to happen. Ewan from Gift of the Gab, and who would you like to take on?
I think you know Jeremy.
Well, you better say. She'll
Judith,
be so cross
it'd be a
with me
pleasure
if
to
I
go against you again.
Bring it on.
Bring it on.
My worry is I know you've been revising a lot.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
OK, Ewan from
You're
Gift
so
of the Gab.
competitive.
Of course, that's what they do.
I know, exactly. It's coming out.
They want to win. So Ewan from Gift of the Gab is playing Judith from the Eggheads for the second time on Sport. See if it works out better this time for Ewan. To ensure there's no conferring, please go to our question room. Ewan, your proudest sporting moment?
Not sitting here last time. No, I think the 1998 season where I became European champion, Commonwealth champion, and I won the World Cup. So if I could have one moment, it was that 1 month of September in 1998.
Wow. And how will it compare if you beat Judith now?
I'm more nervous now than lining up for an Olympic final, and I truly mean that because I have to win. If I lose 2 out of 2 on Sport, I'm going straight home.
Oh, we'll never hear the end of it. Honestly, it'll be one of those things, Judith, won't it, that we will never hear the end of.
Yeah, it would be a complete triumph.
It would, particularly because it's
I'd
sport.
be more proud of that than anything else I've ever done in my life if I won.
Okay. What, even more than the £1 million you won?
Well, perhaps not.
OK, Ewan, first or second on Sport?
I'll go first, please, Jeremy.
Good luck, my friend. Here we go. The Olympic Games were originally a sporting festival where? Were they in China, Greece, or Egypt?
They were in Greece.
Yes, Greece it is. Judith, on to you. You can see how serious he is now, Judith, can't you?
Yes.
He's got the gimlet-eyed stare now. Here we go. What was the commonly used epithet of the boxer Nazim Hamed? Is it bomber, prince, or hitman?
For some reason, I think it's Prince Hamid.
You're right, Judith. It is Prince Nazim Hamed.
Phew.
Oh, you're competitive now as well.
You're telling me.
Look at that.
I am
Look at
definitely
this.
competitive.
OK, Ewan. Which of these sporting events traditionally takes place earliest in the calendar year? Grand National, Wimbledon, or the FA Cup final?
FA Cup finals towards the end of the season. Wimbledon's... I'm going to go... I should know. I'm going to go Grand National.
Grand National's quite right. 2 out of 2 for you, Ewan. Back to you, Judith. In which country of the UK was the golfer Lee Westwood born in 1973? Judith, Wales, Scotland, or England?
It could be any of those. I think I'm just going to say England.
What do you think, Ewan?
Yeah, she's right.
She's right again. She's dogged, isn't she?
Yeah.
England is right, Judith.
Lucky.
2 out of 2 for you too. All right, Ewan, your third question. I can feel the tension and I'm not even in the room. Usman Khawaja has played Test match cricket for which country? Australia, South Africa, or New Zealand?
Could you spell the surname, please?
Yeah, it's Khawaja.
OK, so my gut is saying that's South African, but I've not heard of him. Doesn't sound Australian or a Kiwi to me. This is a guess, and I apologise to all cricket fans, but I will say South Africa.
The answer is Australia.
Oh, my...
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
so
worried now. This is exciting. Oh, goodness me. OK. All right. Phew. OK, breathe.
Help.
Right. Here we go. Judith, for the round.
So exciting.
The German goalkeeper, Loris Karius, joined which Premier League football club in 2016? Arsenal, Liverpool, or Manchester United?
I really don't know. I don't think it's Manchester United, actually. I'm going to say Liverpool.
Oh, man. I'm going home.
Oh, God, I feel embarrassed.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. How funny.
Oh,
Liverpool is the right answer, Judith. And Ewan, it's so funny that sport is absolutely Judith's bête noire, so it's something about just raising her game there. Judith, well done. You're in the final round. You've done, and you can now tell this story forever. Ewan, do come back.
It's the best win forever.
It is maybe one of your best ever
And that's a great
wins.
compliment.
It is.
To Ewan.
It is one of your
Because
best.
it's the best win I've ever had.
Yeah.
And it's totally unexpected.
OK, we're going to get people to fan you now and give you bath salts and stuff. Please come back and we'll play the final round. Well, what a contest. And this is what we have been playing towards. It is time for the final round, which, as always, is general knowledge. But I'm afraid those of you who lost your head-to-heads won't be allowed to take part in this round. So that's Ewan, Martine and Steve from Gift of the Gab, and also Lisa from the Eggheads. Would you please now leave the studio? Sean, how does this compare to very high-speed skiing?
I'm definitely more nervous now than I was at the top of Vancouver, about to do an 80-mile-an-hour downhill run in the Paralympics. But as I'm ex-Air Force and I'm not riding solo today, I have my wing lady with me and I'm feeling confident.
Good stuff. No mercy here, OK?
None.
Against these Eggheads, you're playing to win Gift of the Gab, £4,000. And the Eggheads, Steve, Pat, Chris, Judith, you're playing to just shore up the defences and maintain your reputation. I know, Judith, you feel you've done all the work you need to do today. Very
several
excited.
days.
Never seen you in such a good mood. As usual, I will ask each team 3 questions in turn. This time the questions are all general knowledge. You may confirm. So, Tania and Sean, the question is, are your 2 brains ready to take down these 4? Would you like to go first or second?
We're going to put the pressure on the Eggheads first, and we're going to buck the trend and we're going to go second.
OK, good luck, challengers. First question to the Eggheads. Nadia Hussain gained fame on which BBC TV show in 2015? The Great British Bake Off, The Apprentice, or The Voice UK?
Bake Off.
That was the Great British Bake Off.
The Great British Bake Off is the right answer. Tania and Sean, your question. Berkeley Castle in Gloucestershire is said to be haunted by the ghost of which English king since his alleged murder there in 1327? William II, Edward II, or George II?
Gloucestershire.
How's your history?
Doesn't go back as far as 1300 something.
Me neither.
No, history is definitely not my subject. William, for some reason, I'm just being drawn to it.
In that case, let's go with the instinct.
I'm
happy to go with
hoping
that.
it's William II.
I'm afraid you're wrong. Edward II is the answer. OK, Eggheads, you have a chance to go 2 points clear. The birthplace of Donald Trump's wife, Melania, is in which country? Poland, Estonia, or Slovenia?
She's a Slovenian.
Slovenia? We'll go with that, will we?
Yes, Slovenia.
We think that's Slovenia.
Slovenia is the right answer.
Hold on.
They've gone too clear, so you've got to get this one right to stay in. In the Martin Amis novel London Fields, the character Keith Talent is particularly adept at which sport? Is it darts, snooker, or 10-pin bowling?
London Fields. Do you think this is going to be?
Yeah.
So.
It's 10-pin bowling. I just don't think it's 10-pin bowling. It just seems.
I feel like I want to say darts, but I don't know why.
I was heading towards darts.
London Fields. If you're thinking darts and I'm thinking darts, should we just go for it?
I think we have to on
Is
that
it
one
likely
because I
to be
don't think
no.
anything else is drawing me to.
Snooker feels. It's throwing a spanner in the works now. Snooker with the green of the.
Are we going to go for snooker?
I think let's go snooker.
We are going to take. I'm looking over there for a sign.
They may not.
No, they're not giving me one. No. I'm going to pick snooker.
Let's see, Eggheads, you know?
I thought it were darts, but I'm not sure.
London darts. The answer is darts.
Oh, we said that.
I know you were about to go for darts, and then there was a snooker field moment.
Oh no.
Don't worry, it does happen. But I'm sorry, there's no way back. So we have to say congratulations, Eggheads. You have won. But you were just within an inch of saying darts, and then you went, hey, hang on.
Yeah.
No, wait a second. Oh, commiserations, Gift of the Gab.
Oh, no.
We tried our best.
I think one of the liveliest games we've ever had.
Yes,
Tanya did
lovely
well.
game.
Yeah, very much.
But Ewan didn't.
He'll be back. We want you back, Ewan, for a third one, OK? Definitely.
I think I'm going to retire.
Judith is saying she might retire before that happens. So commiserations to the brilliant celeb team, Gift of the Gab. What fun meeting them all. The Eggheads have done what comes naturally to them. You still reign supreme over Quizland. It does mean that the challengers have not won the £4,000, so the money rolls over to our next show. Eggheads, well done again. Only Lisa out this time. Who will beat you? Join us for our next celeb game to see if a new team have the brains to take them down. £5,000 is here to play for. Till we quiz again, goodbye.